Okay.
Off we go.
We are
Ready.
ready. Okay. I'll take
That's
this off.
for what? I'm ready. I'll
know.
just tell you where to go. We're gonna go
Yes.
straight and then left and left.
Okay. So let's first just introduce you, Isabelle Stephenson. So how do you pronounce Stephenson?
Stephenson. Yeah.
Okay.
And soon I'll be
So-
back to my maiden name, which will be much harder to pronounce.
Okay. That's a German name. Oh, okay. So I left.
Yes, left, please.
Going
And
left.
then another left.
Yeah. So last time also, as I interviewed John, I was thinking, okay, where do I know you? Where do I know you from?
Okay.
And then it turns out my event. Like, okay,
Yes, your event.
do
That's where
I
met
introduce
you.
everyone because I met through my event?
Who knew I would meet such an awesome lady just by volunteering for
So
her
many
event.
awesome people there. Sarasota Art and Dance. Yeah.
Sarasota Art and Dance, exactly.
Yeah. So.
And then we met afterwards and had coffee, and we got to know each other better.
Yes, that was awesome. There where I also realized how much connection we have.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So
in
we're
many
both
ways.
from
Europe,
right?
Yeah, from Europe. Let's start there. So we go left here.
Go left and then right on Rockley.
Okay, you
I'll
will
find
tell me
it.
that.
Yeah.
Good. I want to start there. That we have a connection with the experience moving.
Oh yes, moving across the Atlantic.
Across the big water.
Yeah.
So.
Now that was over 30 years ago.
Okay, for you. For me, it was almost 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but as we were talking about that, and you mentioned the language barriers and not understanding jokes.
Misunderstandings. Not understanding jokes. That was a hard one. Yes.
I know, yeah.
I think I'm still struggling with that.
Sometimes.
It got better.
Sometimes, yeah. The more you hear something, that's for me. The more I hear it, the better I understand it.
Yeah.
How the American people think.
Yes.
The better I understand what.
But I haven't been able to be sarcastic and be funny. So I have this thing in my family where when I do say something sarcastic and it fits, they're like, oh, Mom said something sarcastic, and they're like, yay. Okay. So it's very rare that I'm able to do that.
Are you able to laugh about yourself?
I honestly, I want to learn how to do that more. I think I'm a little too stern with myself, and I need to lighten up a little more. Which is a process, laughing at yourself.
That just came to me through the sarcastic, because that needs also, who wants to understand that joke needs also to be able to laugh about themselves.
Yes. Yeah, so, definitely. It was a very good quality to have.
Exactly. Yeah. So how did you manage then to...
Oh, sorry, we're gonna...
Here's the right.
If we can, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you we're turning right here.
See? I know. This is fun.
Ooh, it's not too busy over here on this side of town.
Okay.
So we're in Venice, by the way. What did you ask me, Susan? I got distracted with a turn.
How did you manage to integrate yourself here?
Oh,
there's still a process. We are still learning, but we are part of the community.
I had lots of years of English in my school, starting at 5th grade all the way through 13th grade. But that doesn't mean you acclimate to the culture when you get here. No. So honestly, I was almost depressed the first year. It was so hard. I had left my family, my apprenticeship for pediatric nursing, my friends, everything. It was everything. I got married here, and it was almost like a shock, just to give up everything and then be in such a new environment, thinking the people, because I had been here to visit. Which is nothing like living here. And I think I mentioned to you, I didn't get my green card for almost a year, and I was bored to death because you can't do much. So actually, I started volunteering right then and there, and then I switched my profession from pediatric nursing training to physical therapist assistant, and now I'm doing neither.
Okay, so that helped you to be part of the community.
The college helped. Being in college helped give me a feeling of community. Being in a church helped to a certain point, but church was almost like, if you can imagine, like you going to a school and everybody's in their cliques.
Yeah.
Well, however you pronounce that, and that's kind of how I felt. I felt like I didn't quite fit in. At the end, we turned left.
Okay.
So, I had, I was part of a bigger group in the church, not so much in my neighborhood. I missed that. So yeah, I was a little sad in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I was very focused on being part of the community, because I started how everyone says, go to a language course, do that, learn the language.
Okay.
I started that, and I'm like, that doesn't really help.
Doesn't help. Yeah.
No, and then I decided to stop the language course, and then just go right away and be part of the community or
Good.
life.
So what did you do to be part of the community? I should have taken lessons from you back then.
Back then, yeah, doing sports. Oops. And the kids I was bringing them to different.
So your kids were born in Hungary then?
No, in Austria.
Austria, over there
in Vienna. Yes.
Oh wow! Because mine were born here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were born there. And
so you got involved with the community through the kids' sporting events.
Yes.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Soccer mom and dance mom
and just go everywhere, shopping, events. I don't know, friends through my partner's work, and just go, because I had to press down this feeling of being scared of not being able to talk. But if I was like, okay, if I don't know that word, I can circle around.
That's what I still do.
Describe it. Yeah.
Describe the word. That's what we learned in with my English teacher. If you don't know the word, you just describe it. I still do that.
Yeah.
I might do it right now. It works.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you got over that hurdle, because you're a wonderful communicator.
Oh, thank you. That's a big compliment, because that's exactly what I was.
And if we make a mistake, hey, you can laugh at us. We'll try to laugh with you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. So, and now, as I get to know you at my event.
Left?
Yes, here will be the left at the light. Okay. I figured that you're a life coach.
Yes, I am. It's my passion.
So life coach for focusing on women in midlife.
Yeah, especially after a breakup or divorce.
Yeah.
I like transitions, like who am I now? I've been a wife for 20, 30 years, and now that role is gone and everything's shaken up, and you're like, the rug's just been pulled from under your feet. Now what? And who am I? And maybe the kids are older. Do I change my job? Do I still like my job? Do I need to get a job? In my case, I was a stay-at-home mom. I needed to start working. So lots of transitions. So that's what I like to help women with, especially with the emotions that come up and the lies we believe in those times. You've done something wrong. It's your fault, and it's too late, and you'll never make it.
Yeah, these are exactly my questions.
Okay.
So I have some words here noted on my paper as the journey after divorce.
You wanna go to the right at some point, and then we turn into the main entrance of Welland Park, and then we just go straight back.
So the journey after divorce or breakup. Long-term relationship, basically, which gives you an identity, which maybe it was even more than your life before.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big thing, I think.
Yes.
So I have here words: emotional, identity, redefine, obstacles.
What do you mean by emotional?
What comes to you if you hear these words?
Oh, so emotional. Well, it's like a big pool of emotions.
Exactly.
It's like
you cannot think really just
you can't think
rational,
straight,
right?
It's a lot of, I guess my feeling was heavy. It was heavy, heaviness, confusion, fear. Like, how am I gonna make this on my own? A lot of different emotions, and then some friends that have been through this process. Thank God for friends who've been through it. You want to go to the Welland Park Boulevard, I think. Maybe not. No, we'll keep going a little longer. Did we pass it?
Doesn't matter. We just drive and talk. Okay, we will find
we
back.
We could just go straight and back.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go. That might be easier.
Just talk. Just you focus on talking.
Okay, so what were we saying?
Emotions. Yeah.
Yeah. So all emotions come up, and oh yeah. So some friends were saying, well, you need to get through this to get to the freedom on the other side, and I'm like, what freedom? So you need that perspective that you'll get through this, and that things do get better. So I think hope, you can mix hope in there, right? Confidence is a thing that I don't think that's an emotion, but that's like a quality, a character quality that you need to build to make it through, and to make it after you've been through the divorce, to build up your life as a single woman.
And you might not have that.
No, that might have been
needs time.
Squished.
Yeah, that needs time.
That needs time, and that's actually one thing I love to do with my clients. Build it slowly. Like, I don't believe in the, I have this magic formula and overnight you're gonna be this confident woman. No, it's gonna take time. So I had wonderful friends and a coach who helped me through my time, and that really helped, like one step at a time, and then you feel better about this, and then the next step, and then the next step.
I was also like first seeing this whole big bunch of things I need to manage on my own as coming out of a long relationship, and then I'm like, I have no idea how to start, and I already wanted to have done everything in like 6 months, and then
you want to be done
go on with my life,
check it off, and be good.
That's not how it goes. I was like, okay, I can't do this is too much stress. Just do step by step, step by step, one by one.
Exactly. So everything, you have to do everything by yourself. I actually made a, in your notes app, you can I have a collection of things that I check off that I've done by myself post divorce, and one, for example, was go to the movies alone. Okay. That was weird. I went and I forgot what movie I saw. Anyway, it was Mamma Mia 2 or 3, and it was fun movie. And then as I walk out of the movie theater, I'm like, aren't you supposed to go out to dinner now, or go, hang out, or have a drink with someone? And that wasn't the case. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna go home. So that was a little awkward. But things like doing your taxes alone for the first time. I was afraid of that too. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in my mid-50s. Why am I afraid of that? Because I've never done it alone. So all these things, from going to the movie to doing taxes, those are all the things that that need to be
from small
done.
to big.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So I still haven't been to a restaurant alone to eat dinner.
I did that.
You've done that.
I did that. Yes.
I've done a coffee.
Well, I was angry, and that's why
I need to get angry. Okay.
But then after that, I'm like, hey, actually, I can do this, even if I'm not angry.
Okay, so I need to check that off. Just to get over the feeling of I don't belong here, or you need to be a couple to be enjoying a restaurant experience, and you don't. Yeah, but I do like going out with friends. So it's more fun.
It is, but also alone, like it gets to really discover yourself in a different situation.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
So I think you just got to know.
You don't lean on anybody, like the There's no conversation.
And you do actually what you want to do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's the emotions there. We could talk days on the emotions because
I know.
Many.
Let's go to the next one, which also very easy.
Identity. Oh, I love that. So who am I?
Yes,
that's
that was my big question, and I was like a little bit ashamed about that, because at this age I should know about
we should that's a word we like to say. We should know this. We should be okay. We all that should, which is not allowed in my coaching. but yeah, we feel like we should know, right? And sometimes I read posts from ladies my age on social media, and they're like, oh, at this age we don't care what other people think. At this age we've got life figured out. I'm like, we do? Really? we do? Oh, interesting. I guess I missed something. So no, I'm figuring life out. The beautiful part about the identity piece is that you can choose, this is who I am and this is who I'm going to be. And I like to write it out. Like, I am confident, for example. I am successful. I am kind. I am calm. I follow through on my decisions. That's a tough one. Like, just making clear decisions and following through. So what I like to do is literally write them down, and sometimes it helps just to write down 3, like who do I want to be, and then a few attributes. Let's say kind, confident, and I don't know, what's another one? What do you want to be? Calm, kind, confident, and calm. And then that could be your guideline for the day, for the week, for the month. And then you can, after looking back, you can say, oh wow, I wasn't doing that great at the beginning of the month, but look at me now. I've grown, and I'm a little closer to that now. And that's what I love to do, looking back and see how we grew. And I didn't bring it, but I have this little index card. I wrote down something similar to this in 2014, I think, or 15. I was listening to, back then the online summits were big, and I wrote down like a future vision of who I wanted to be, and almost all of it is true now.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Except the disciplined part. But like walking at the beach, working as a coach, being confident, being calm in the storm. I was none of that back then. People didn't come to me for advice. I wasn't calm. I wasn't confident. None of it. I didn't even have a beach close by. Now I live 15 minutes from the beach, and I didn't even know we were going to move. So somehow all these things came to be, which was beautiful. And that's the power of intention, I believe, and having that dream. So the dreaming is a big part of it as well.
Yeah.
If this gets too busy, is
there a roundabout? Did I see it correctly? Because that would be one point where I can come back.
You can probably turn around at any of these lights, I would think.
Oh yeah, a U-turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know when time is to do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and these are really being on each other little stones, bricks, to build something.
To build,
Start with the emotions, and then coming to the identity, and through all those emotions.
Yes.
And then you want to be calm, but all these emotions are there, and you are building your new identity. So it's just builds up and up and up.
Yes, and the emotions don't stop. I mean, it might not be as crazy as the going through the divorce process, or before, during, and after, but you might have to deal with co-parenting, or you might have to deal with your ex and his new flame, or whatever. And they might be involved with your children, so there might be big emotions coming up. So it's always important to learn how to what I call processing them, which is basically learning how to feel all of them. And that's not always easy.
And accepting
them is the first. We're gonna go against the sunset.
Wow.
It's Oh, you sit up a little bit.
Yeah. Push back a bit.
Yeah. So that was the identity.
So, redefine. Yeah, that's basically
redefining who you are.
Who you are. Yeah. Okay.
Your future.
Obstacles. We talked.
Oh, there's none. Are there?
Oh. I was going into all in the divorce and all that, like there's nothing I cannot solve.
Right? Yeah. That's a good mantra. There's nothing I cannot solve. Yeah. Actually, I learned, gosh, what was her name? Mary Morrissey. She does a lot about visioning and future and business building and stuff. And one of her phrases was, today I do the best with what I'm giving, or something like that. I'm probably butchering it, but pretty much in the sense of today, I'm doing the best with what I have. Mm-hmm. And that's all we can do.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. And being okay with that.
Being okay with that.
I'm thinking about that so much regarding parenting.
Oh, yeah. It's hard because your heart is in them. You want them to be okay. You want them to thrive, and then you feel guilty that you've made them go through this process, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And for me, times 6. But mine are all mine are all young adults, or the oldest is 31, but the youngest 19. He was still in high school. So yeah, you always feel have you messed them up completely? I hope not.
Exactly. Yeah.
I hope not. No. So that's always a desire, I think, of us moms with children in the divorce process, that we reconnect with them, that we open up to each other again, and that there's a lot of healing, and that takes time as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And they might not understand everything that
and you would think with older kids it's easier. No. I don't know, because they want to understand more, and then what do I tell, how do I it's not easy.
No, not at all.
So
all right, what's the next item here? There. Reclaiming. What do you have?
Reconnect. Common myths.
What do you mean by reconnect?
I think with yourself. I think reconnecting with yourself.
Oh, yes.
Because what do you build? I was really trying to, now I really want to find myself, nothing else.
Yes.
Just really, and I was thinking about that, like at the Empowerment in Motion. If you remember Vicky Shelf, she told that I was a very shy person before, and now I was talking in front of many people. Yes, you were talking in
front of people. Yes.
Yeah. So my grandma told me that, hey, you were such a chatty person. You were chatting to everyone on the street, on the bus, and if someone didn't say to you hi, then you were angry. Like, hey, that person did. I said hi, and that person didn't say hi to me.
So as a child, you were outgoing and chatty, and then you lost it.
Yeah. And so then as I got through these. But my passion was calling this through dancing and then events and all that.
Yes.
I needed to get it done.
Yeah.
And no one else could really make their contract done.
To talk to people.
I needed to talk to business people
and learn that
people. Learn that language and be okay. Hey, I was a stay-at-home mom first.
Yes.
That thing. So my language is
a scary thing to do.
So I can talk about diapers and so.
I get that. You had to step it
up.
Really,
I had to cross that bridge and just go for it, and I was so scared.
Aww.
and then I made it.
And all I saw was the result. I didn't know you before that event, so I didn't know that what you went through. I just saw a beautiful event and you throwing it all together, and now I know that it wasn't easy.
Very easy. No.
That was not easy.
Probably only my son.
Go through that light, and then we're gonna turn right on Rockley again.
Probably only my son who is living with me.
Yeah.
He saw most of my struggles.
Yes.
With myself at home, you know.
That it was difficult. But look, proud of you for talking to all these organizations and businesses and community leaders and getting them all involved and helping the project.
Exactly. And then I remembered my grandma, and here I am, and I enjoy doing this.
So you're reconnecting to the little Susan.
Exactly. So that's what
who
I
likes
mean.
To chat.
Yeah.
And look what you're doing now.
Chatting in my car. Because I also loved driving, and I came back to that as well.
That light is, the sun is bright.
Yeah.
So good. You're reconnecting to that little girl.
If we might need to build anew, because we never found ourselves, but I think little children, they mostly like until maybe 5, 6, until they are pretty much themselves.
Yes, uninhibited.
So you might remember something, or people like my grandma told you something. Hey, you were like this, you were like that.
Well, maybe I'll start singing again.
See?
I don't think my children would appreciate that. They've already told me I sing off key. But my aunt told me that I sang, like they had this huge wooden table. My uncle was a carpenter in Germany, and it was literally hung up on the ceiling on the wooden beams with chains. It was I've never seen anything like that ever again. And they told me I literally stood on that table as a little. I must have been under 6 years old because my mom passed away when I was 6, and I sang a Christmas song. Now, no way. So who knows? You're uninhibited. You're free. You're lighthearted, right? You're playful. All these things that I think that's what we could say with reconnecting is.
What takes it away?
Yeah.
Because you're thinking
Life's
too much.
Burdens,
too much about what other people are thinking,
and you've just forgotten how to, like, a child is free and lighthearted and curious. I mean, you saw my grandbaby, right? When you picked me up, they're just curious. Everything is exciting, and you laugh at everything. She claps at everything she accomplishes. Everything is an adventure.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
uninhibited. So I think we can learn from them, and I see that mirrored every day. So reconnecting with that little younger self is something.
I think so. I'm trying always to stay curious.
Curious is good.
That's to understand each other.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I think it can work with any relationship.
Yes.
So right. Common myths.
What do you mean by common myth?
So they're too late.
Oh yes, it's too late. You're not gonna make it in the business world, or too late to date. I'm not in that field yet, but it's too late to, I don't know, start new, right? I mean, here we are now. I'm in my 50s. So the too late is a myth. There's I love listening and reading inspiring stories of people who have started things in midlife or later, and it's just so encouraging. Like people started writing books or becoming an artist or anything. It doesn't have to be a profession or a business. It could just be, I've always wanted to do this, and then they started. So it's never too late. Or even there's this one lady, I used to follow her on Instagram. She's old, I would say in her 70s, and her daughter was a fitness trainer, physical whatever trainer. So mom wasn't doing so well. She was kind of getting sluggish and overweight and getting sickly. And then she decided to work with her daughter, and she started weightlifting and working out, and she transformed her body, her mindset, her future. She is healthy, she is active, she has energy. So that's just one example of a woman in her 70s. It doesn't matter which road we take. It could be Rockly, it could be any one of them.
Okay, so by the next flight, right?
All of them turn back home. So, yes, I find it very encouraging to listen to those stories. So I know somebody else has overcome that obstacle of feeling it's too late or I can't do that, be it health or a hobby or writing your first book. You should, or or whatever it is.
You have no idea how many people told me
right?
I should write a book.
Well, first we gotta do the events. Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them.
But whatever is your, like, and again, that's also something that goes with everything we've talked about. If there's a little nudge, a little voice telling you, hey, how about this? And then you push it away like, oh, I can't do that. Oh no, that I've last time I did that was when I was in high school. Make it right here, or whatever your brain tells you. And we're not going to go into the brain, but your brain wants to discourage you from anything new. It wants to keep you safe. So anything like after divorce, everything feels unsafe. Everything feels like, you don't know what's coming. And that's part of that, the myth. Like, yes, people have made it through, and yes, you can too. What are some other myths? I can't think right now.
Okay, so that will come up with your clients, I think, and then,
yes,
yeah, you can help with these. Sure. So my last question, which we a little bit talked about, is your journey. So you have experience with divorce.
Yes.
But what I'm interested in, what made you into the path to be a life coach and helping others?
That started a while ago. I would say about 2015-ish, around that time. I had listened to an online summit about conscious parenting, and that was very new to me, and I loved it. And one of the speakers, they give away a free gift, which could be an ebook or whatever, and mine, the one I enjoyed, gave away a free call, So I called her because she spoke to me, and I ended up working with her. She didn't call herself a coach. She called herself a mentor, but she helped me with, like, for example, the grieving over my mom who had passed years before. When I was 6 years old, she helped me with that. She helped me with my relationship with my children and my now ex at that time. And what she did was like a transformation from the inside out. And I would say it transformed me, it changed me, gave me a whole new outlook on life, and taught me how to love in a whole new way. And then at the end, I'm like, whatever you did with me was magic. I want to learn that. So then I researched different certifications, and I found one, and that was just before we moved to Florida. So that was what brought me in, is having experienced the beauty and the power and what I call magic. It's not magic, it's work, but the magic of coaching and the one-on-one work. I love that. Like every week you would talk and work on something else, and like she called it, we peel another layer off, and then we do this. And she talked a lot about the little child and comforting that little girl and just different things that I had never heard before. So she was the reason that I looked into certifications to become a life coach.
That's nice. So basically you saw how much impact you can make on another
in somebody's life.
Life, yes. Yeah. And that's why I also think how meaningful is that we lead with a good example, and we help each other and show how it can go in a different way.
Yes, exactly. There's options. That's a big thing. Yes. There's always another option. We turn left.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I started out thinking about being a parent coach, and then I coach couples, and now I'm, rebranding towards women in midlife after divorce.
So, how can people find you?
Well, right now, I guess my website is one place, and or Facebook. It's the website is isabellestephenson.com, and Facebook is the same, Isabelle Stephenson. I also have a new group, a Facebook group, just for women after a separation or divorce, where I can really encourage them and be a little more vulnerable, things that I might not share or teach in my personal profile. And I'm also starting a mini course just to, get used to the group coaching, and then I'll have a longer course after that. Just for women after divorce or separation. It doesn't have to be divorce. It could be, you could just be partners for a while, and then everything falls apart just the same. It's the same emotions. It's the same things you have to relearn. So
I will put all this information into the description under the video.
Awesome.
So people can find you. Thank you for coming.
It was
how do you feel?
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure driving with you and learning a little more about you and your journey and your grandma and the chatty little girl talking to people on the bus. Yes, it was good. We turn here.
To the right.
Yes, to the right. Missed it. Yeah, but this was fun. I enjoyed.
I hope
talking with you.
I enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure talking with you, and it always feels a piece of hope.
Yeah, it does. That's a good description. A piece of home. I feel that. I feel that connection, and I'm actually very honored to call myself your friend. This is fine, or the next one. The next one probably is easier.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, it's an honor to be your friend and working with you with your new endeavor. I'm so excited about that.